resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know. He's clearly been affected by the hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him. My brother. Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful. The resonance emitted by HRAs is purely antithetical.
They're endangering us by bringing a hissing. If Trench was still around, he'd have stopped us.
Please. Trench was part of the same shadowy group responsible for every disaster this country's ever seen.
I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My old ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Hepton, Stahl, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish. And I won't let them stay hiss. What's the deal with BlackRock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at least the quarry's got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
What do you know about Dr. Darling?
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. He's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will...
You're security, right? Do you work with...
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threat security.
They must see...
Definitely. Most Ranger... I looked up the medical... Not fun.
How does the Bureau handle thresholds?
Handle might be a bit... Marshall sends a range... Measure stuff.
Sounds like...
Down and mate... We use it...
Why don't... Do I even...
Yeah, a lot of time. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know. What do you think?
Marshall's a... She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though. Last time she vanished, I found camera footage. She was down there. Now, typically, that's not allowed.
I wonder what she find. I have to go.
You're not the only one who's... Oh, my God. Did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall. CIA spy shit. God.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security.
Jesse, when you were down in research, who is she? She is a colleague of mine, a researcher studying a kind of extra-dimensional mold growing below research. Well, I don't like the sound of that. No one does. I haven't heard from Rhea since they has arrived. Would you mind having a look around for her next time you're in research? Of course. Thanks, Jesse. Now, what's on your mind? I visited what's the plan? The Bureau is icy instead of... no, so many things. I've been trying to say. Wow, they're not... Mauritius, wait, I think it's... So you... No, but... I wonder how often... How is HR? Better than... We've already... There's Marina. You deserve... I should be enjoying it, I will. Marshall abandons us. Did you see that hit they marched through here? Why the fuck did we put a bullet in that thing? He's the enemy, plain and simple. I just haven't attacked lately. Wonder why they're so quiet.
The thunder's home distorts you. You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been in there. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's
Happiness
Dylan.
comes, white pearls,
Can
but
you
yellow
hear
and
me?
red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
The surface into the wet. You've always been in there. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to be
stop
true.
that? Please. Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only truth. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The air cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny. I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet. You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunder's home.
I don't...
Dylan. Can we talk?
Off to...
Okay.
But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure.
What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror of the in.
Maybe Dylan's... Maybe there's...
I'd like to... Dylan?
Dylan would like...
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here, so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way, forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted, but in this this is an old, it's the old, she worked something. And that's all I can remember.
Maybe that's for the...
Warm through time, the thunders.
Maybe I can learn...
I just had
That's fascinating.
this.
Best I'm gonna get...
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, More and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay, thanks for sharing that. For the record, that will never happen. Not as long as I'm alive.
The thunders hold us with you. Happiness comes.
Maybe I'm just here to... Any new dreams you'd...
I'm glad this dream, maybe I was in his and he in one in another. I asked him how I wanted, but he did. What did he?
Not...
You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is made right. Leave your inside by the door. Push the finger to the surface.
Why haven't we dissected that? So much. It's physiology.
He's a valuable resource. Of course, if you disagree.
cell breaching. These Hiss things are a bad influence on the collection.
To find new prime candidates, the Bureau needs a director. Our future.
wish things had gone differently in Ordinary for us. But wishing won't change things. Finding the projector will.
Coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something...
Step into the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to be, but don't dash, and so much, let's do it.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector. They studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking. Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments. Very different ones, sure, but both in a cell of some sort. Am I out of the cell now, or is all this the house and being a director just another in charge here? We're going back home. Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away. There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Annual evaluation. Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden by Dr. Corlevon. The questions asked here correspond to the fifth iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment.
outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane? Yes.
They moved the hole here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable. We should check that lab.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.